Right, this is chapter, your textbook, chapter 18, E, question 17. All right. So what it says, a yacht starts from a point A and sails on a bearing of 35 degrees from for 2,000 meters. So when you draw this, so imagine 35 degrees. So it's always, so we'll start from here. If this is A, okay, draw these lines to indicate. So this is north, right? North, 35 degrees from north clockwise. You should remember these things. 2,000 meters. So draw a line. So this is north from here. I'll just extend this line a little bit. Okay, north. So from here 35. So remember how draw it properly. Okay. So north 35 degrees. You start from A for how many meters? So 2,000 meters. 2,000 meters. Okay. It then alters its course to 1 in a direction with a bearing of 320. So it changes its course to a bearing of 320. So where's 320? Again, from here, it didn't mention the point, right? A yacht starts from point A and sails on a bearing of, okay. So from this point, imagine you draw your cross like here. Okay. So again, here it's north. And you can draw this as well as to guide. Okay. And so where's 320? 320 is somewhere. So this is 90, 180, 270, 320 is somewhere here. For how long? After it is cos, okay, its course is direction with bearing of 320. And after sailing for 2,500 meters, reaches point B. Okay, so here 320 I'll draw like this. Okay, so this is point B. Okay, and then 2,500 meters. So the bearing here from here to here is 320, right? Uh, find the distance AB. So asking for this distance. Oh, Control Z. I will get the ruler because then it's easier even for you. Use a ruler. Okay. So find the distance AB. Then find the bearing of B from A. So first of all, find the distance AB. So what can we do here? So all right, now we have all the required information, all the given information is drawn here. Now what we need to do, figure out some angles. Okay. So in order to do that, we'll see. So you know two sides. You know, imagine if I label this as label this point as O. Okay. So you know the distance OB and you know the distance OA. All right. So in order to find AB distance, imagine if I label it as X. Okay, so you know two sides, and if you can find the inclusion angle, that is this angle, you can use the cosine rule to find x. Okay, so how to find this angle? Imagine angle O. How do you find angle O? So there are information given for you to find it. So these two, if you consider angle 35 here, then this angle is also 35. Why? Because alternate angles are equal. So these lines are parallel. Okay, this line and this line, these two lines are parallel. So alternate angles are equal. Therefore, this angle is 35, right? How about this angle? So you can find that angle as well, because you know, from here to here it's 320, right? And you know, from here to here it's 270, right? So 320 take away 270, it's 50. So this is 35, so this angle is 50. So we calculated it, so this is 50. All right, so this is 50 and this is 35. How about this one, this angle? You know, this is 90, right? And if this is 90 and this bit is 35, what do you think about this? So that is 90 take away 35 is equal to 555, right? That is 55. So if I draw it again, is x, right? So what we can do, we can use the cosine rule. Fine. Remember, refer your book and see how you write the cosine rule. X squared. I'm just straight away going to write it. If you can't remember, refer the book. X squared is equal to 2500 squared plus 2000 squared, take away 2 times 2500 times 2000 times cos 105. This is degrees, okay? And then you can solve for x. Okay, use the CAS calculator. So you can say n solve, because or solve because we are going to find a length. Okay, we'll cite n solve within brackets x squared is equal to 2500 squared plus 2000, those are the two sides given, squared, take away 2 times 2500 times 2000 times cos 105, and you're going to solve for x and press control enter. So it's 3583 and 0.4. So we'll see 3583.4 meters. Then what else? Find the bearing of B from A. So the bearing of B from A. So that is from A. So that is very important. They are asking find the bearing from A. Okay. So the bearing from A, it's starting from here, this. Okay. That is what we need to find. So for part B, we can use sine rule, okay, to find angle A first. So that is the first step we need to do for part B. Part B, we are going to use the sine rule. So if you can find this angle, then that is here, this angle, then we can figure out how to find the bearing of B from A. So for part B, sine rule, how do we use sine rule? Because we know two angles and the opposite sides and so on, so we can find the value of angle A. So sine A over, what is the opposite side of side A? Sine A, 2500 is equal to sine 105 over 3000, that's the side x, 3583, right? Then you can find that is the opposite side to this opposite side to this angle x, okay? So use the CAS calculator. Okay, I'll use what I've done. Sine A, I'm just doing 2500, modifying some of the things I wrote earlier, then it's easy for me. So you also can do that. Then press Control Enter, so you will get 42.37. There are other methods. I think this is the most suitable method. So the angle A, you will get 42.37. Angle A, 42.37. So if you know this whole thing is 42.37, okay, then you can figure out what is the angle from here to here, right? What you need to do is, first of all, find this tiny bit, this angle. Okay, how do you find that? What I colored this angle. So you need to subtract 35 from 42.37. I'll just, to make things little bit easy, I'll just write, instead of, I'll round it up or round it down to 42 to make things little bit easier for us. Okay, therefore this I'll label this angle as theta. This theta is equal to 42 take away 35, that is 7, is it? Yeah, 7. Now to find this from this point to this point, you need to subtract 7 from, therefore the bearing of B from A is equal to 360 take away 7, right? So that is 353. That is the bearing of B from A. So the answers to this is 3583 meters, and this bearing is 353 degrees, right? It's quite long, the explanation, but yeah, that is how you do that question.